All right, turn me up. How's that? We good? Oh, there we go. Hey, we got new wireless labs. So, we're always working on the production here at Brownies Lemonade Tonight. We are not always going to be budget bitches. In my personal life, maybe. But wireless labs, dude. Like, stepping it up. And we're always stepping it up right here because we are co-hosted by the man, Evan All Caps. What is up?
Oh, you know me, man. Fighting a good fight. I'm weller than a well today.
Yeah, that's right. But you are not dried up.
No, but I am washed.
Oh, you are washed. You're washed up.
Washed.
Bunch of washed kings over here at Brownies Lemonade Tonight in the Brownies Lemonade studios. Welcome in, guys. How we doing? Wilmer says it's a good day to have a day. Ain't that the truth? Zemek said, washed kings. Clearly one of Aya's first times watching this because he's liking it so far. That means he hasn't watched a full episode yet. Welcome in. We have the legend, Henry Fong, tuning in here in the studio with us. Low mileage saying the tie is crispy. Thank you so much. Actually, I've had this since I was 9 years old. So yeah. Evan, do you have anything that's that old?
I have a Sega Genesis.
Okay.
I still got my Sega Genesis.
Do you actually play it though?
I played Sonic 2 when it came out, and I played Jurassic Park when it came out,
and
I played Atlanta when it came out, and that's about it.
Okay, great. Well, Evan will later on in the show, he'll talk about all the Sega Genesis games that he ever played because we need to fill time. But we got plenty to get into, so let's jump into it with some news, shall we? All right. Zemek says I'd kill for a Sega. You do not have to go that far. Anyway, I don't know if you guys saw this. After several years on hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Glastonbury returned for its 50th anniversary with 80-year-old Paul McCartney closing out the festival with a headline performance hailed by many as phenomenal. Well, McCartney brought out guests such as Bruce Springsteen, Dave Grohl right here, and even late Beatles bandmate John Lennon, not legend, via special effects by Peter Jackson. So kind of like The Hobbit, but a little bit longer. Following the performance, though, a wild after party was reportedly held at a local Denny's where AARP members get 15% off all entrees. So, Evan, in case you were wondering, seniority has its privileges at Denny's.
It does. I actually am an IHOP man myself. I don't patron Denny's.
Right.
I patronize Denny's.
In the 24-hour diner wars, you have sided with the blue team. Red versus blue. Well, I love me a Grand Slam, usually only at 3 a.m. when there are no other options. So that is what we do here. Tom Kills Jerry says, "Badumts," and then fuck Denny's, bra. So a lot of range there in the comments. Rival Pep says McCartney over Miami. That's pretty good. I like that. Well, most people who go to Denny's and get that senior discount aren't awake after 6 p.m. So they didn't see the Glastonbury. The Glastonbury set. Baba Music says, loving this format. Thank you. Well, that makes 1.5 of us. The other half is Evan, but it doesn't count as a full vote because he's on the show. Up next, actor Simon Pegg was interviewed backstage at Glastonbury this past weekend, speaking on his love for all kinds of music. He said, quote, "I didn't like BTS until my kid sat me down and said, 'Dad, listen to this song.' And I was like, oh my God, BTS are amazing." So here I am now, a 52-year-old ARMY BTS fan. In response to Pegg's praise, BTS said, "Isn't that the dude who voiced Buck Wild in the Ice Age films?" So I guess they didn't really know about his other body of work.
Yeesh. Yeesh. That was tough.
Tom Kills Jerry says Simon Pegg. Yeesh, tough crowd, eh? No one watched the new Buck Wild movie on Disney Plus? Can't keep up with all the AAA content on that service. Rival Pep says Peg over Miami. That joke format is just going to keep going for the rest of the show.
For sure.
Did you like the Ice Age films?
I did to a point.
You lied. That was a lie.
No. I did.
Okay.
To a point. But I really enjoyed the Madagascar franchise.
Ah, okay. I see. So I hop over Denny's. Madagascar over Ice Age.
Oh, every day.
Okay.
Twice on Sundays.
Conrad says, can't even keep up with the Kardashians. Well, do not know who that's in reference to, but we're trying, okay? But they're on Hulu now. So another Disney service. They own everything. Well, let's keep it moving. On Sunday, the Hollywood Wax Museum unveiled a new wax figure of music superstar Billie Eilish. For the record, the wax figure is the one on the left. Okay, just want to make sure you guys knew that. It's been receiving less than warm reviews from fans on social media for its aging of Eilish. They think she looks like a 40-year-old woman. Well, to further add fuel to the flames, the Wayans brothers have reportedly filed a lawsuit for copyright infringement on their 2004 film White Chicks.
Ah, that's funny.
So if you see the wax figure in probably about like 10 years when it's been getting a lot of selfie action, that's what it's going to look like.
Coincidentally, that's what Billy is going to look like in about 12 years. They were projecting.
Okay.
So they wanted something that's going to last a long time.
Right. That's good. And like the camera adds 10 years. The wax figure adds 20, is what you're saying. That's basically what you're saying. Chef EDM 420 says, yo, Henry Fong gonna shred them decks tonight. And by decks, if you mean this lovely couch here and this desk, we're gonna be shredding all night. But we're gonna hear a lot from Henry Fong in just a minute. We're gonna get through the worst portion of the show, which is this one, and then we'll get to the meat. Wilmer says that tie is dope. Thank you. Calvin and Hobbes, a eternal banger. If you know, you know. Let's keep it moving. We mentioned this on the last episode of B&L Tonight, but Sean Diddy Combs received the BET Awards Lifetime Achievement Award with a riveting 12-minute performance featuring guests such as Mary J. Blige, Busta Rhymes, and Lil' Kim, to name a few. The 90s. They're hot. They're back. The biggest surprise of the night, however, was a heartfelt speech from Kanye West. Now, Kanye knows better than anyone that fashion comes back every 15 years, which is why his current wardrobe can be best described as Zodiac. So the 2007 film Zodiac, it's hot now. That's what we're doing. No skin showing.
Kanye kind of looks like, when you make popcorn on top of the stove,
right?
And like the Jiffy foil thing pops up, and then you burn it. That's what Kanye looks like right now.
All right. Well, we like to call that iffy pop.
Ah!
Don't know if you're gonna eat that. Tom Kills Jerry says Cisco says, "Let me see that Fong." I like that. They're better than I am, honestly. I think that's why we read.
Please submit jokes.
Baba said Kanye
Please.
Came in with a Call of Duty outfit. Counter-terrorist or terrorist is what we're trying to figure out, but. Yeah, it's another early 2000s reference because Counter-Strike is coming back again soon, especially in fashion. Coming off the news that his latest album, Honestly Nevermind, hit #1 on the Billboard 200 charts, recording artist Drake, I think you may have heard of him, has reportedly completed the sale of his estate in Calabasas' Hidden Hills for $12 million. Not bad. The property includes a 12,500 square foot home that boasts 6 fireplaces, a wine cellar, a 25-seat theater, plus it's named the YOLO Estate, which is funny because I also have a name for the one-room shack that I live in, and it's called the Dolo Estate. So that's pretty much all I can afford in LA. YOLO Dolo, am I right, Evan?
YOLO Solo. Dolo.
Solo Dolo. We live in Solo Dolo in luxury.
How much is your rent?
Undisclosed. It's a fluid situation. No rent control in my building. I
bet.
Hem1 So says Han Solo Dolo, San Holo, El Pollo Loco. We're going. Yeah, we're just doing it. Rival Pep says rooms over my Aubrey. That's good. You guys got to get in the writers' room meeting the next time we do this. Well, you know what, Evan? I was looking for an apartment right now. I'm over 6 feet tall. I'm biracial. I got great credit, and I can't afford anything in the city. So, gonna have 3 roommates till I die.
I am none of those things, and one of your roommates.
We are all sharing this room right here. We're gonna get Henry Fong here on the set. Just one last one. Finally, the Japanese government warned of possible power shortages Monday in the Tokyo region, asking people to conserve energy as they endure a unusually intense heat wave. Oh, I feel so bad for them. We live here in LA, so feels bad. As a means of cooling down while sleeping, Japanese officials also suggested millions of men in Tokyo put their anime waifu body pillows in the closet for a few days. So got to cool those things off because, they'll heat up that bed real quick, right?
For sure. I cut a hole in mine.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I don't want to know about that. We will talk about that in the after hours podcast that we do following this called Naisu Waifu. Put them in the freezer, life hack, that's pretty good. Put your body pillow in the freezer, you will not go warm again. Belinsima says, we get notices to conserve energy in Texas too. That's why it's a conservative place. And that's probably on the smarter side. But anyway, we got Henry Fong coming up next. Thank you guys so much for always tuning in here, second and fourth Mondays. We have a lot of fun here, and we're going to keep it rolling with Henry Fong just next. Thank you so much. See you in a bit.
And we're back. You're going to be seeing Chad Kenney talk to somebody whose locks are healthier than mine.
We're going to have a locks off.
Ooh.
I'm about to cut them off.
Yeah, this same time.
Actually, let's go. Let's go. Bring them in. Welcome. Welcome to Brownies Lemonade. Oh, we got a new camera too. Welcome, Henry Fong, to the virtual set. What is up? Welcome, guys. We upped the production quality just a little bit for those of you who have been rocking with us. We're always improving here, Henry. We are a growth mindset with this show. Cyber Cooper with that tier 1 at 11 months. The chat's right there also if you want to take a look at what other people are saying. Thank you, Cyber Cooper, for always supporting us.
What does that mean?
It means that we're legitimate talk show people now. So we had no funding before you came on, but there it is. Tom Kills Jerry said, way better than Jimmy Kimmel. Thank you. That's a pretty low bar, I guess. Zemex the Kid said they loved every second of that monologue. They're just lying. They're just being real nice. Zemex says, I went to one of Henry's surf spots with Fight Club. Be jelly.
Oh, we surfed Malibu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
We're about in Malibu.
We were filming something with Fight Club for Insomniac's YouTube channel or something. They had this docuseries, and they're like, we just want to see what you do in the day. So I took them to the jiu-jitsu gym. I choked out Fight Club. And I showed him how to do a proper choke, and then we went surfing. I showed him where I surfed. And then we went to the studio, and now we're putting out that song next month. So
normal day, choke, put him in a headlock, little jiu-jitsu, make a banger. It's funny, you're kind of like describing, it sounds like the movie Point Break. There's just martial arts, surfing, we had skydiving, we had a money heist.
Pretty typical, right? The surfing guy that does jiu-jitsu.
Right. Yeah, we're all becoming 90s movie characters at this point. Henry, thank you so much for joining us because I wanted you to be on this show. You're just a really bright guy, someone who has a lot of more interesting things happening to you than just being a DJ. I can't say the same for a lot of us other people in EDM. Wow. Tom Kills Jerry says, Henry versus Seeds, who you got? Interesting. That's, yeah, well, welcome. So you live in LA, but you're from Florida originally.
I'm from Florida. Yeah, I've been here. I think I hit the 10-year club now in LA. Yeah, almost. 10-year club next year.
So what, like, I know LA gets a lot of hate from East Coasters in general, in general. But what's your take on LA?
Dude, here's the take, right? So Florida's different, California's different. I say now to people, don't trust what anyone says in Florida about California, and don't trust what anyone says in California about Florida, because nobody actually knows.
Right.
And they each have their little things. But I think, honestly, they're equal weighted pros and cons. And I think in a perfect world, I would just be bi-coastal and live half the year one place, half the year one place.
That's great. Hey, when Disney World isn't popping, you go right back. You go to Epcot.
Yeah, but if anyone in California says they know about Florida, unless they're from Florida,
they don't know. Okay, so he's done the research. 10 years. We can call you an Angelino. So welcome to the club. I'm the mayor of Los Angeles. I don't know if you know this. Honorable title.
You do look like Karen Bass.
Thank you. That is the best compliment that Evan will give me all week. So you guys were here for it. Zemeck says, talk about the drivers in Florida. I think we're going to get to that. Jackie, bring up the first prompts.
Got a point.
We're going to jump right into it. Florida transplant gang, says girl Jackie. She just moved here from Florida. So, there's a lot of exchanges on the coast.
There are a lot of Florida transplants here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you meet a ton of them.
We had a whole crew that moved out here to do music at one point from Florida. So,
well, we're going to talk about this right now. So we're pulling up the prompts for the first round of topics. This is how we do it here, guys. We pull up a poll. You guys vote on what you want us to talk about. We're going to kick it off right now with these three. The first one, your family connection with Bruce Lee. I think that's pretty interesting. Number two, your favorite artist collaborations. Saw you at the Knock 2 show the other night. I won't give away too much. And the third one is the best place you've ever traveled. Yeah, keep voting on those guys. We won't talk about it unless you vote on it. I'm interested because we have some Florida stuff here, and they have very suspicious titles. The
last podcast I was on, one of the bits they went in and they said they were quizzing me on stuff the Florida Man did.
Right.
And it has crazy Florida headlines. And it says, is this true or false? And I went through and I said, this is probably happened, this didn't happen. And the guy goes, no, they're all true.
That's because Florida Man is like prolific. Like Florida Man is undefeated, is accomplished more than all of us ever will combined.
I relate to the Florida Man secretly, but I can't tell anybody that because I live here.
Yeah, right. Because I feel like if you told someone that you have Florida Man energy, or if someone said that about you, that would be very concerning. Keep voting, guys. We need your votes here. Okay, Tom Kills Jury is asking, what's better, the Sublime tie, the Sublime shirt, or the Calvin and Hobbes tie? That should be another poll that we do, Jackie, towards the end of the broadcast.
Oh, I didn't even see the tie.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to read Calvin and Hobbes a long time ago. I forgot.
See, I hope that more young people read Calvin and Hobbes, because then what ends up happening is you grow up to be a pseudo-intellectual like me, and you talk too much. That's what ends up happening. And then you have a talk show. Keep voting on those guys. All right. Connection with Bruce Lee is the winner, and let's talk about it. So you were telling me, obviously Bruce Lee, an icon in Asian American culture, in cinema culture, but you do all martial arts.
Yeah, my family is like super into martial arts, and I come from like a family that's they're obsessed with it. And my uncle was a career martial artist actually, and when my family moved over here from China. He started practicing Kung Fu, and it was like a really small Chinese community, and they would secretly talk about like who was practicing Kung Fu because it was brand new.
Right. When
everybody just came over here into the States, and all the Chinese were immigrating over here. And so my uncle ended up being a black belt in Kung Fu and other various martial arts. I think it was like he had a black belt in karate, taekwondo, all these other things. And it was his life, his job. And then eventually he got connected in the Bay Area to, hey, a mutual friend was like, hey, I got to introduce you to this guy named Bruce. He's a young martial artist, and he's like, he's going to be the best, and he's a film actor, and he has these movies and stuff. And so one of his friends set up a meeting, and they ended up meeting each other at like a martial arts gym up in North. I forget, it was maybe in like Sacramento or somewhere in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And they met, and they just ended up becoming really close friends. And what they would do is they would just train every month. They would just like meet up and just exchange martial arts theories and ideals, and they would train together.
Damn.
Bruce would show him things. My uncle would show him things, and my uncle was a boxer. And so then he was there the day that Bruce Lee decided to name his martial art Jeet Kune Do.
Wow.
And so he was there at the birth of, essentially what people refer to Jeet Kune Do as the first mixed martial art or whatever. And then he showed Bruce certain boxing things, and he helped Bruce kind of critique his past fights. Bruce had like this really important fight with this guy named Wong Jackman. That was this like huge real life fight in the history of his whole career. And my uncle kind of gave him feedback on how to apply boxing stances and like different punches like uppercuts. And then so him and Bruce would just talk about like how to improve Kung Fu and how to make the best martial art. And so Bruce was always just like, my uncle showed him some boxing stuff, and then he said one day he came in into the gym, and Bruce was in the corner hitting the bag after he showed him a Muhammad Ali video, and he was practicing his boxing. And so my uncle slowly just like, they would swap these ideals, and then Bruce would work it into his Jeet Kune Do over time. And
that's phenomenal.
Yeah, and then so unfortunately, they had about a decade-long friendship. My uncle still has the letters at his house, and it's handwritten letters by Bruce.
Oh my God.
Because back in the day, they didn't have any way to contact each other. You had to write letters.
Right.
And then he has this stack of letters, and I've read them all. It's just fucking crazy, man.
That's so dope. It's like, you think about the concept of like right now in your career, you collaborate with other artists on tracks or whatever. This dude was collaborating with him on a martial art.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And so he was there at just the ground floor of, and then one day my uncle had some problems with his martial arts, and he was consulting Bruce Lee about it. And my uncle was like, I don't know what to do. I like grappling, but I like kicking, but I'm a boxer, and I just want to figure out how to make the ultimate martial art. And the way my uncle tells the story, I've heard it so many times. And then Bruce comes up to him, he puts his finger on his chest, and he goes, Leo, the ultimate is inside you.
Wow.
And it's like this it's typical Bruce Lee quote, straight from a movie.
The
way my uncle told the story, but the point is, you're supposed to play off your strengths, and you got to stop looking at what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
So he was trying to tell my uncle, like, hey, you're a boxer. That should be your first foremost strength as a fighter, and then you build your fight game around your boxing.
Wow.
And that was
so someone who actually lived up to all the hype, and Wong Jackman sounds like a fighting game character. I like that.
Bruce whooped his ass, by the way, and Wong Jackman ran away and ducked his head.
No way.
Yeah.
See, that's also movie stuff, man. I get it. That's awesome. So when you got into martial arts, though, you already had that you had that edge, right?
Oh, I grew up, and my uncle was this family hero. My dad would be like, yo, your uncle sent you another book, and I would get these Kung Fu books from my uncle, and I would just sit in my room and read them.
Dude, you were brought up in a martial arts school yourself. Jose, I don't know if you could pull up the photo that we had. He has one of you also in your martial arts. Right there.
Hey, there we go.
So give us, is this jiu-jitsu or?
Yeah, it's Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Okay. How long have you been doing it for?
I started around the end of 2019. Obviously, we had to take some time off for the pandemic and whatnot, but yeah, it's been about 3 years. Trying to getting close to the purple belt.
I love that.
It's almost, I guess, halfway through the journey.
That's great. So this stuff really helps you balance out your life, though. Between.
Oh, dude, I've tried to get so many musicians to come in because it's just a perfect activity to balance a hectic artist music thing, and it just keeps you super grounded. And you walk in and you have to music industry people are just kind of used to this Wild West, no rules thing, and then you go to the gym and you have to bow and get on the mat and shake everybody's hand, and it's just this respect and this discipline, and it's just cool, man.
Well, that's why Evan, I've been saying you need a little bit more discipline, a little bit more respect. You
want to fight?
I had to throw some shit at you, man. You better be ready. I'm gonna come back to you.
Yo,
Yeah.
me and Henry Fong got a lot more in common than dreadlocks. All right.
Oh, so what do you got? What else do you have in common?
Well, I studied not Jeet Kune Do, but Wonhap Kune Do.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, for like 13 years. You know,
Okay.
competed in about like 5
Really?
competitions till about 14.
What is the difference between?
I know.
And there you have it.
My uncle taught it. That's the difference.
I took very basic Jeet Kune. Here we go. This is about to be embarrassing. I took very basic Jeet Kune Do in acting class.
Oh, really?
We
They
had to
had
do stage combat. And Ed Moynihan, the guy who was my trainer at UCLA, studied at the same dojo and school that Bruce founded. So
That's when you played Bruce in the stage play, Bruce Almighty.
That's good. Oh man, that's so tight though. You got a 1 degree connection to Bruce Lee. And Tom Kills Jerry said Pawn Stars would give you at least $20 for those letters. I think they go for a little bit more than that. Jackie says she can maybe do $200.
Oh,
so.
people try to buy the letters off of my uncle before, and these
really?
collectors will send them offers to try to buy them for thousands of dollars, and my uncle never sold them.
It is priceless though. You can only
Yeah.
imagine those things are. If you know, money can't just be the only thing that we care about. But that's awesome. That's so cool.
How is Bruce's handwriting?
I don't remember. I think it was cursive, but I could read it. It was pretty nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, people used to have penmanship.
His the way he talked to in the letters was very he's just very direct, and he always talked in he actually talked in philosophic ways.
Yeah.
But that's how he actually kind of talked in real life.
Right. A lot of platitudes, a lot of poetic kind of stuff. Because I've read some of the letters that he had written to other people as well. Super dope dude. Bruce Lee forever. All right. Let's pull up another round of topics. I want to, I'm hoping that we get to dive into some of this heinous DJ culture, which is why we're all here. Being from Florida, obviously, you have the Orlando scene, and right here, one of the prompts is Jose. Can we pull these up? Well, if it's not ready, it's fine. Doing redneck stuff in Florida.
Was that a good description?
I like that. That was good.
I just texted you that. And you were like,
I actually had a less appropriate prompt, so thank you, Jackie, for cleaning it up. Asian Americans in EDM, the weirdest thing that you've eaten. So please vote on these guys. We want to know what you want us to talk about. Please vote. If you don't vote, then we won't talk about it. And then we're just going to sit here. And Evan's going to have to take the lead, and we don't want that.
No, they don't.
I like how they get to pick.
Yeah, that was one of the
It's like
things.
a choose your ending book,
Yeah, usually they always go for the worst possible ending or the one that is the most controversial or titillating. The Twitch, we're on Twitch, they love chaos. So, but yeah, I mean, Orlando, well, we're going to jump into that hopefully a little bit more, but what do you feel like Orlando taught you about kind of live events and stuff? Because you were promoting for a while.
Well, just that everybody was out to get you, and there was too many cooks in the kitchen. No, well, that's actually true.
That applies to every facet of your music career. So
No,
yeah.
it's just a small city, and there was a lot of people gunning for the, No, but for real, I think Orlando was actually, people don't realize, on the entire East Coast, Orlando was the rave capital back in the 90s. So have you guys ever heard of Rave Laws?
Yeah.
Rave Laws is literally from Orlando.
Interesting.
So back in the day in the 90s when trance and breakbeats was really popular, people used to go out by Disney. I forget what it was called exactly. It was called, I forget. There's some clubs out there and some venues and out by Disney, and that's where they had the raves that went all night.
Right.
So if you go to Florida now, they stop the drinking at 2 a.m., and that's literally because the ravers were so nuts in the 90s and the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And so
That's when they started doing the crackdowns and all the raids.
exactly. And then so
Yeah.
Orlando actually has this deep history of dance music, and then obviously hip hop got super popular in the 2000s, and then around 2008, 2009, 2010, that new wave of dance music started up again. And I feel like Orlando's just kind of always was a little notch ahead of everywhere else, besides maybe LA or New York.
Yeah.
Was just
EDC Orlando still takes place there.
Yeah.
So obviously still a capital.
Yeah, but the fans there and the people there, they're just always searching for just that next upcoming hot genre, and they're always just got their finger on the pulse really well.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
Tom Kills Jerry says Generation X is terrible. That's a bold statement. Jackie says we've now shifted back to true DGen hours. But hey, doing redneck Florida stuff won. What do you know here?
That was kind of a joke, but
no, I told you. I said this when we were talking. I'm saying the jokey ones will sometimes get picked, with a landslide victory. So, but tell me about like growing up in Florida. You did do some. What's the culture like in general? Because it is a mishmash of a lot of different cultures in Florida. Obviously, also being Asian American, I'm sure is its own thing.
Yeah, so Florida, basically, you just do outdoor shit. It's just like outdoor shit, boat shit, or like gun shit.
Or all three. Outdoor shit on a boat with a gun.
So on the weekends, like what you do is like you try to find your friend that has a boat, and then you guys just go out on a boat, and you're just partying you find like a sandbar.
Okay.
In the intercoastal, like it's like a river, and you party there, or you take the boat out and you go fishing. Or you're going hog hunting. Everybody goes hog hunting.
Interesting.
It's a big thing, but
a lot of feral hogs.
Yeah. Where I grew up is a town called Jupiter, Florida.
Evan, but you don't know about feral hogs?
I mean, the sentence "everybody goes hog hunting," that's intense.
In my particular area, like not in Miami, everybody goes hog hunting, but the rest of Florida, it's like
Do you eat the hog?
Oh yeah, they're good delicious.
Oh, shit.
So I remember like growing up, my stepdad would like around Thanksgiving, we wouldn't have turkey. He would like go out and he would kill a hog, and he'd be like skinning it in the front yard, and we just eat the hog for Thanksgiving.
Damn.
So I like learned how to skin a hog. I learned how to clean fish. I grew up fishing. My first job was I worked on a fishing boat in high school. So I go out all night and make $50 fishing for 12 hours.
And my sheltered ass would just go to Honey Baked Ham. That's all we had. Toluca Lake location. Shout out. Evan is he can't believe this feral hog thing.
You're like Forrest Gump.
I got pretty good shots still, man. I went to the shooting range the other day and I'm like, pretty good.
Beastmaster Sizzy Tang says Orlando got this. I can't read that name. Orlando got the dev controller turned on. That's funny. So your shot is still pretty good. Were you shooting like a shotgun?
She's right. Jumping into canals with unknown substances.
Yeah.
We used to take ATVs and four-wheelers, and we used to call it just like redneck wakeboarding. And so we find this like long canal, and we get like a four-wheeler ATV, and we put a rope on it, and we get a skimboard, and we would skimboard through the canals.
Wow.
So we did that growing up.
I mean, it just sounds like a lot more fun.
But like we wouldn't do anything, man. We just like, me and the homies would meet up, and we would just like spend the whole weekend just like out in the woods, just exploring shit and doing stuff.
Sounds kind of nice, Evan. I think we're just city boys.
Sounds like that movie Stand and Deliver.
I mean, growing up in LA's got to be pretty sick though, because I moved here and I was like, whoa, this exists, and I like,
it's different. It's different. We definitely had. We hung out a lot more malls, shopping centers, right?
So many malls.
But you guys got the culture so early on, like cultures from around the world with all this awesome food. And like where I grew up, it's like there's just like one Italian restaurant in town, and then like Chipotle. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't knock Chipotle. It got me through high school.
I love Chipotle, but you guys got this culture here.
Right.
I moved here, and I was like, oh my god, I can like wake up every day, and just eat from a different country and do,
I mean, Beastmaster says, man, when it's 90 degrees at 3 a.m., why stay inside? Go get funky. So I guess we haven't had to deal with getting funky. We just had to hang out at the Sherman Oaks Galleria, or where'd you hang out?
I hanged out at the Bridge.
The Bridge, yeah. And usually what would happen is if you're under 18, at 10 o'clock, you would have to go wait on the curb for your parents to come pick you up.
At the Galleria?
At any like shopping mall.
Any mall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I still go to the Galleria.
Oh, Sherman
I live
Oaks
right there. I live right there.
So I used to work at the ArcLight at the Sherman Oaks Galleria, and then I used to see those kids get kicked out and sit on the curb, and I was like, there's some justice in the world. Everyone has to go through it. Everyone has to, earn their stripes.
See, they didn't kick us out in Florida. They just like let us run free.
Right, and that's where Florida men are born.
It's a lawless society.
That's great. One last thing I want to say, because you were talking about this Florida LA thing in Orlando, but one of the distinctions that we always make, and Evan I think agrees with this, there's LA people and people from LA. LA people are kind of the worst people from all over the world that come here to be famous, try to make it out here, ladder climb. But then there's people like Evan and I who are people from LA. Pretty chill, grew up around so many cultures and the entertainment industry to some degree. So we're like kind of chilled out.
My girlfriend's a native, born and raised here in LA.
Okay.
And so she just has this. She just chills out. She just knows everything about every part of the town, and she just is like she just shows me stuff that I didn't know about it.
Yeah. But you're a really chill dude, so you could fit into any environment, especially this vapid, terrible music industry out here in LA, where we have these fake talk shows. Timmy Lee, Leah88 said, Henry, when did you move to Cali? He just celebrated his 10-year anniversary. So he is an official Angelino. Jackie, let's pull up the next set of prompts, please. Florida is always interesting. We always have a good time out there, though. Ultra 2018.
Have you guys done events there?
We had a stage at Ultra 2018.
Oh, okay.
And a couple after parties for Ultra. And now we did Miami Music Week. This year, we did B&L Miami in Wynwood.
That's awesome.
About 3,000 people came. It was pretty dope. Lusa Chow, Weethan, Mala, back-to-back Habstract. It was fire. And Evan had a great time. We got some Lomo Saltado.
Oh, yeah. That shit was fire.
Oh, it's Peruvian.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Peruvian and Cuban food, we were living. Watching the NCAA tournament. It doesn't get better than that, right? Question 3. Virus Mafia wonders, Henry, do you know Spanish?
Un poquito.
Quito.
No, I can make my way around.
Okay, good.
When I started traveling, the first place I started traveling to was going on like surf trips when I was younger. We'd be going to like Costa Rica, Nicaragua.
Nice.
It's right there.
That's like
I could say what I gotta say. You know what I'm saying?
Just to get around.
Yeah.
Hail a cab. Q3, Orlando versus Miami scenes. That is something that I personally want to know about. I want to know about the Orlando versus Miami EDM scene. Worst festival stories. I'm sure you got a good one for us. And martial arts and surfing stories. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. Worst festival stories. I'm telling you, they always gravitate towards the chaos. They just want to hear some real bad stuff.
Worst ones?
Well, we'll see. Or you can tell us the best ones.
Are we diving in that right now?
Oh no, I mean it's in the lead right now. We got about.
Oh, we gotta wait till they confirm.
Got about a minute left.
I got a good one. I got a couple.
That's good. I mean, you've been DJing now since 2009, right?
Yeah, right around 2009, 2010-ish.
What was the thing that got you into DJing? Or any singular person?
One of my friends, his name's Nims. He used to be in a duo called Milo Notice. He had like turntables at his house. And I saw him one day and I was like, yo man, can you show me like how to do this? But previously when I was in middle school, I was like a little 14-year-old. I wanted to be a hip hop battle DJ because I would see like DJ Scribble on like MTV Spring Break and whatever. And I'd be like, I want to be a hip hop battle DJ.
Right.
So I got this like really shitty Newmark mixer and turntables, like the worst ones.
Yeah.
And,
keep voting, guys. Almost done.
And I bought all these vinyls or whatever. I had like Dr. Dre, Nas vinyls, good stuff. And I just sit in my room and I was just trying to be a hip hop DJ. And at that time, there's no YouTube, nothing.
Yeah.
And I was like living in Jupiter Farms, Florida. Like, where am I going to learn how to DJ? And I just gave up, man, and put him in the. I couldn't figure it out after about a year. I just put him in the attic, and then I saw the turntables in college where my friend saw them again. I was like, can you actually show me how to do this? And then boom, that's how I started.
Yeah, Serato was out around the time.
Yeah, and then I got Serato. It was done.
Serato was the bridge for a lot of us. That's how I started. Just made things easier.
Yeah, it really did.
The computer library, there's just nothing like that. We used to, back in our day, we used to lug around vinyls and CD jackets.
Oh, I did the CDs too. Yeah,
CD jackets and a book. You write down what the. Let's just not even get into it. We always get into back in my day on this show. But
we owe.
Worst, yeah. I told you this is the Wash Kings podcast, baby. Let's go. Worst festival stories. First of all, let's ask you this question posed here. People shouting out Milo and Otis, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Kilogram, Milo and Otis, they were awesome.
Yeah.
For those of you who didn't get a chance to see them, they were phenomenal producers, and they brought it. They brought it live. Virus Mafia is wondering, what was the worst food you ate before a festival? Before we get into the, what do you eat before you go on stage?
The worst. Oh, one time I was in Japan, and the guy was like, "Do you like eating everything?" I was like, "Dude, I will eat anything. I don't care." He's like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah." So we go to this seafood place, and it wasn't like a sushi place. It was like other various Japanese seafood, and brings out all this great stuff with tuna and whatever. And he's like, "All right, this is the one." And it's just like this cracker with this white drizzly stuff on it. And he's like, "Try it." I'm like, "What is it?" He's like, "Try it." So I ate it, and I'm like, it's not bad. He's like, what is it? He's like, whale sperm.
I knew it.
And then as he said whale sperm, it's like in my mouth, and I'm like, and then when it hits that it's whale sperm, it's not the same, man.
Right. It's
It ain't the same.
yeah. Evan, how did you know it? How did you know it was going there? Is that just where your mind goes?
It's just, well,
I gave it away. I
glaze.
said, you know,
There's
I described
so much
it.
white glaze out there, you know.
It was actually, looking back on it, it wasn't bad. Not that I would eat it again, but it wasn't bad.
Right.
So,
Well, so you ate that right before you went on stage?
yeah, I ate it, and then we went to the show and played.
Okay, so it didn't act up.
I think I got stronger, you know?
You got there's a lot of protein in the seed, is what I've been told. I do not know from first hand. He's the only person that, but coming from his martial arts background, he could lift like 2 more dudes after that. just bench pressing guys after that. All right. I think that Do Dirty has a question about the song that you made with Knock 2. What's the move? What's the name of the song?
Yeah, what's the move?
They want to know how that song came into existence.
Well, I feel like I just like found Knock's music like pretty early on, and I'm like, dude, this kid is just beast producer. I don't know what it is about his music. Like I heard his music, and like some people just like, they just have this like swag you can't describe in the music.
Yeah.
And I was listening to his stuff, and I was playing his stuff out, and I was like, I remember in the pandemic, I just had this idea. This was in lockdown, and I was just going through collab ideas every day, and I started all these collabs with all these random people in the pandemic, and then I just shot him over this idea, man. I was like, yo, you want to finish this? This might be up your alley. So I had this like cool like bass house idea, and then I had a cool vocal from this. Actually, he's a dance hall legend. His name's General Degree.
Cool.
And I had worked with him on some other records and stuff, and I sent him over the stems, and he just put his fucking special sauce on it, man, and just
The whale sauce? Sorry, I didn't mean to derail that. So you put and then the rest is history.
yeah. And then he like, I sent him the idea, he finished it in one go, and that was it. And then we started playing the song out, and we were like, yo, what should we do with this? Should we like put this out in the pandemic, because nobody was putting music out? And then like us and the management were debating, and I was like, me and him were just like, dude, let's just fucking put this thing out. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we're like, this thing could go on for some time. I'm like, we should probably have music out for people to listen to. We're doing all these live streams.
Yeah, people were DJing still.
And we just like put it out, and I think it was like maybe July in the 2020, and 2 years later, people are still rinsing it every set. So
Absolutely.
it's cool.
Well, there you go. And funny enough, we did a digital Mirage with Tiesto. It was he was one of the artists on Digital Mirage Festival, and there was a rebroadcast of his Red Rock set, and he played your guys' song.
Oh, dope.
It was like Red Rocks with like 1,000 people in the crowd, so that'll be an interesting time forever. Like we'll never see things like that, hopefully again. But to see Red Rocks with only 1,000 people watching Tiesto and they played your song.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, it was sick though. It was like a sick moment because
cool.
I thought for Knock 2, especially being the age that he was. And
Dude, he's super young.
young.
I asked him, I was like, when did you start making music? He's like, make music since I was like 12 years old. I was like, jeez, bro.
Yeah, no, and
He's so good though.
So Room 202 was last weekend. Henry came out as a special guest, and there was a sold-out show. It was awesome. Evan, what did you think about Room 202?
Oh man, it was dope.
It was
I really
wild.
like Catwalk, and I was actually filming a lot of his set. I was looking at the footage. That shit was fire.
Yeah,
Shout out,
it
Josh.
photographed really well, and you're gonna be able to see Henry come out and relive the whole show this Friday at 6 p.m. on the Night Mode Twitch.
It's all video?
Yeah, they're gonna stream the whole thing. You heard it here first. There you go.
Nice.
So Friday, be sure to watch it. It was one of the best shows we've done all year.
For sure.
And Knock 2 and all that stuff. We're gonna add the collaborators prompt again to the next round of questions, but let's hear really quick a festival story that comes to mind that you want to share. Did you have one? Because you've played a lot of oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, you know what? I meant to print these out. People were like, yo, can we have these? And I went back to the store and I'm like, can you print them out? And then it was just this, they're like, we lost the PDF file, but then I actually have it. So maybe we'll put those into production.
Hang
I
10,
need
bro.
those.
Virus Mafia wants us to come to Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, so this festival story, okay. It's not the worst, but it's a good one.
Okay.
But it's the worst at the same time. I was playing this festival in Thailand. It's called the S2O Festival, which is it's lit. It was like dope ass lineup. It was like me, DJ Craze, Valentino, Kill the Noise, just like all the homies.
Energy.
Yeah, just all the homies. And then And I'm like about to go play or whatever, and this was like one of the biggest crowds I ever played for. There's probably like 25,000 people. I don't even, it was a huge crowd.
Yeah.
And then they're like, before I went on, they're like, hey man, the king of Thailand might drive by in the middle of your set. And so when the king drives by in Thailand,
They got to stop the music, right?
we have to stop all the music and turn all the lights off. I was like, but it might not happen. I don't know. I was like, yeah, whatever. There's no way the king's gonna drive by while I'm DJing.
Famous last words.
Yeah, so I'm up there DJing, and all of a sudden, they come up, they're like, yo, the king's coming by. I was like, what? What do you want me to do? And the booth was still playing, and they shut off the music, and I didn't know they shut off the music. And then boom, I hear the lights go out, and I'm still DJing, and then it hit me. I looked, and I turned off my booths, and I couldn't hear anything. I was like, oh my God. Everybody just went like this. Instantly. Pitch black, crickets, not a word.
Whoa.
And then like, I was like, okay, fuck. But as a DJ, you start panicking when the music comes off. And then I had to put two and two together, like the king drove by. And it was just so dead and quiet. And my initial gut reaction, if the music shuts off at a normal show, you get on the mic, right? And you just start hyping everybody up.
Right.
So my dumbass gets up on the mic and I go, everybody make some noise for the king. And everybody just is like, and then I turn around and the promoter's like, no, scrambling. And there's police rushing up to the stage, yelling at the promoter and all this shit. And the cops were trying to like, basically arrest me. And then the cops, or the promoter had to explain to them like I didn't know what was going on and I didn't understand the rules and everything like that.
Yeah.
But then it worked out okay. And then I remember I got off stage and 10 minutes went by. It was like 10 or 15 minutes of silence, lost a lot of my set. Then I get back on stage and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna play? And this was right. So like I'm ready for anything, just like playing, you know, mainstream clubs sometimes to playing underground shit. I have it all in the crate. And then I got out, I had like a remix of like Ed Sheeran Shape of You, whatever year that was. What year was that? Like 2017, 18?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And it's like, I was like, I need a song that the second I hit play, the crowd just lights up again and I just like hit play. It's like, dun, 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 dun. The whole crowd's like, Rah! They just like come back to life and I'm like, holy shit, man.
Look,
So,
the power of
roller
Ed
coaster.
Sheeran. And then what, you know, that's all. We bring globally, if you're ever in a predicament, play Ed Sheeran.
Just play that song, you're good.
Get out of it. That's crazy. You know, anywhere they have a king, you got to be careful.
Bro, they don't play. You gotta, now I respect King and
He kissed the rings. That's awesome. It's like when the king comes by, it's like Simon Says. You know, you're just like you definitely fucked up. You know, you didn't do the king thing, and yeah, they almost took you out. But I'm glad you're here. Seems like some weird shit happens in Asia.
yeah, bro, sometimes like, I mean, it's just the laws are so different country to country, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Virus said hat off to you, Henry. Rival Pep loved that story. Conrad said this story was crazy. Man, you know, you can always depend on old Red Sheehan. She ran. That's what Tom Killjoy said. Anyway, let's pull up the last round of questions. That would be great. And then
Someone said if you ain't getting arrested, you ain't doing it right.
I mean, that's true.
I'm not trying to get arrested overseas though.
I'm not trying to get arrested in general.
Yeah,
I have been saying this, Evan. What do I say?
I'm not trying to get arrested.
So that's what I've been saying. That's what
That's
we
what
threw
you
this
say.
party in 2017, same year that you almost got destroyed in Thailand. We were doing like a warehouse party in between Coachella weekends, and we were in like this like industrial warehouse district.
Oh, no.
And we had like Weethan's first set, Crane, Louis the Child, like all these people plan to play. Party starts, 1,100 people are in line in the middle of a warehouse area. Like, just
Damn.
like no one's ever there after 8 o'clock. And it's already at capacity 5 minutes, like 30, 40 minutes in. Anyway, long story short, cops show up immediately. Party ends halfway through Weethan's first ever set. He's 17 years old at a warehouse. He left high school for the weekend to come. Your sister was bartending, Evan, and someone else, and I was like, guys, get out of here, like, go. And then I got behind the bar, and then immediately they're on the mic, they're like, hey guys, party's over, cops are here, you gotta go. Lights come on. People just start grabbing the alcohol, and I'm like, oh, guys, come on, don't do that. Oh, fuck, jeez. They're stealing shit, breaking shit down.
Damn.
And then everyone leaves. It's me, Evan, Eli, Bainty, and Jose. Me and a bunch of brown guys and black guys, and we're just in the room. And then they're banging on the door. Like, the cops are on the other side.
Why do you guys just leave? Because you have the
We were
equipment?
trapped. We were trapped. Oh.
Sounds way easier than
Anyway, so everyone looks at me and they're like, Chad, you're going to have to answer the door because you are the whitest dude here. Also, the guy who owned the venue, remember, he locked himself in the bathroom.
No.
And I was like, this is so sus. So I walk up, and then everyone is like cowered in the corner. I walk up, I open the door, and it was like the venue owner, Rudy. He was like, dude, why didn't you open the door, man? They're gone. I was like, oh, thank God. That was just like the worst. It was so funny. Don't throw warehouse parties. I'm not trying to get arrested.
Damn.
Kush. Anyway.
You guys get street cred for that, though.
Thank you. Appreciate
It's
that.
for the culture.
Real quick, last minute votes. Sorry, guys. Your favorite artist collab, jumping off a bridge, Orlando versus Miami scenes. Looks like favorite artist collab is coming up, but he jumped off a bridge multiple times, and we have the footage. So let's see what you guys.
Whoa, what? You guys have the footage?
Oh, wait, we may not. Maybe. Conrad said this was all straight fire tea. Dank says party mode. Your favorite artist collab won, but we're still going to show the video of you jumping off a bridge anyway. Your favorite artist collab, real quick. Or, yeah, any artist that you've collabed with that was like a dream or...
Dude, you know who I love to work with that's just fucking awesome is Dioro.
Yeah.
Working with Dioro, just like, he's just such a creative dude. It's like a lot of these like big DJs, like you collab with them and they don't really do much. They're just like kind of like, but Dioro's just like, just so good to bounce ideas back off and actually work because he's just like a music nerd too.
Right, and
he's
just
just like
super down to earth.
He's super down to earth and he's just so creative and the way his like brain thinks about music, he's like so his brain just is like so musical. So working with him, it's like super inspiring too. He's like, oh, I got this idea, and it's just cool, man.
That's awesome.
So I think Dioro was my favorite collab.
I interviewed him. I was the live stream host at EDC 2019. Very random. And I interviewed him. He was a great interview, but he also had been drinking, so it was way more fun. Chaotic Beats says, obviously your favorite was Dallas K. Nims and Kilogram.
Of course, those are the original collaborators.
Chaotic is from the Florida area, the homie. Do Dirty said the Park and Rave in OC with Dioro, Zoo Function, and Dirty Audio was lit.
That one was good.
Yeah?
That was a good one, yeah.
How were those Park and Raves, by the way? I didn't get a chance to go to one.
I mean, I liked playing the Park and Raves personally because like you go up there and there's like all these people in their car and it was like playing a festival, but just like no stress. Like, you're up there and you're like, I could play whatever I want and nobody's leaving because they got their cars.
Yeah, you're fucking parked here.
Yeah, you're stuck,
You
man.
got no choice. You better,
No,
and
but-
also people were just in a really good mood that they could have any live.
Exactly. So like you could play hard stuff, you could play chill stuff, you could take it where you want to, and it felt like you were still kind of DJing on stream a little bit.
Interesting.
And so it was a cool transition back in, but also like that whole era of the pandemic and everything, it kind of changed the music people made. Like going into the pandemic, I was like playing super hard shit, I was making super hard shit, and then I came out of it and I'm like, my sound's like a lot more housey and groovier now.
Good.
So it's just like,
But it's just that evolution.
Yeah.
You know? A lot of our tastes changed during the pandemic. Like we got really into drum and bass.
ooh,
And out of nowhere, we're known for these drum and bass parties.
those are sick, man. You guys are,
Thank
you guys have like legends come in. The first, who you guys had for the first one? You guys had
Netsky.
oh yeah, I saw
And
that.
the 1 year anniversary is coming up this weekend.
Damn, that's been a year already.
Yeah, so Sunday, don't make any plans. July 3rd, you gotta come. You
Might
gotta
have to come
come.
through.
The 1 year anniversary of B&L.
Are you allowed to tell who it is?
I can't yet,
yet?
but you know
Okay.
what?
I know
Don't
you're
worry.
gonna deliver.
You will
I know you're
not
gonna
be- Yeah,
deliver.
you won't be disappointed. I know. We're not gonna disappoint you. Anyway, Jose, we gotta pull up the video of Henry jumping off a bridge. Do we have that?
I think it's on my Instagram still, maybe.
Oh, it's not loading. Well, it's okay. We have a photo though, right?
I think it's on my Instagram somewhere.
It's okay. I put him on the spot. Tell us the story of how this happened. You jumping off a bridge naked.
Well, I always think about that. I'm like, what if I'm like 55 years old and I'm going to get a normal job one day? And
Yeah.
this is on Reddit, by the way. There's a whole Reddit thread about it.
Pull
and
that up again.
It was probably my best moment ever on Reddit.
Yeah, you got a lot of karma.
So I was in, it was 1 year that Swedish House Mafia was a special guest at Ultra. And it was the beginning of the week and people were making rumors of it. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
That
And
they're
I'm
gonna
like,
play Ultra.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, if Swedish House Mafia is the special guest at Ultra, I will shave my head and jump off of a bridge naked. Or I said, I think it was like I'll jump into the pool naked at the Fountain Blue or something. And then Friday comes along or whatever, and I'm like, I play at all my shows all week, and I'm like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
And I get home, and then all of a sudden my phone's blowing up. They're like, Swedish House Mafia came out as a special guest. Everybody's like tweeting me.
Right.
Like, Henry, you got to do the bet. And then the bet, everybody started retweeting it.
Jose, you can cut back to us.
I was like, shit. I was like, damn, man, I got to do something. I lost this bet.
Right.
So then,
So you jumped.
so what I did was I went to the haircut place and I pretended like I was gonna cut my hair. I wasn't actually gonna cut it, so I like took one, and the lady cut it off, and I just put it on my story real quick. That was a cheap ass move. And then I'm like, okay, I gotta deliver something crazy. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to this crazy bridge where I know there is like massive sharks. That bridge right there is called it's called Cato's Bridge. It's super famous in Jupiter, Florida, and there are just monster fucking bull sharks under that bridge. Like.
Yeesh.
That whole area, like I'm talking like 700-pound tank bull sharks.
Wow.
Like huge ones. And they swim under it every single day.
Wow.
And so I'm like, all right, jump off the bridge naked into the shark-infested waters. And then I did it, and they were like, okay, this is enough. And everybody was like, all right, we'll let you pass on this one.
All right, well, Jose, he's going to pull it up, I guess, right?
You gotta find the Reddit thread though. The Reddit thread started going crazy and I'm like, oh, what did I do, man?
Girl Jackie will post the Reddit thread in the chat if she can find it. Oh, we don't have the
audio, but
okay, here we go.
Someone goes, they left that up for a sus amount of time. Oh,
I know. Well, Jose was pulling up this video, that's why.
when was this? This was so many years ago. I don't want to watch this.
2018.
It's so awkward.
Is it too awkward?
Okay, no, let's hear it.
Okay, hold on. We're having trouble loading it. Okay, well, we'll try to pull it up at the end of the show if we can. Sorry, that was a little anticlimactic, but we got a really cool game coming up after this break. Henry, you enlightened us with a lot of really cool stories, and we will definitely show that video after this. We're pulling up on the fly.
Let's go.
Oh, here we go. So there's no audio. No audio. It's fine. It's fine. So
I think I'm explaining that I lost the bet and something happened. So I went and I had her cut one thing off, and I was like, all right, that's enough. I'm not cutting the whole head because. I was like, all right, I'm done. I can't do it anymore.
Jeez.
Okay.
You guys gotta find the Reddit thread. Oh, I donated.
Okay.
I donated. I was like, okay.
I know that our moderators are working on finding the Reddit thread right now for people in there. Okay, here we go.
What if your wee-wee got bit by a shark?
That would be not good.
I mean, this is the
It
real
was me
deal.
just sending it, dude. I had to do.
Ooh! That must have been cold, too.
That's an 8 out of 10 dive, dude.
That must have been cold.
It was cold.
Oh, my God. Anyway, well, no bull shark and no bullshit.
That's better than the pool, though, right? The fountain blue pool?
You did it.
All
you
right.
did it. It's better than jumping off of that pool, from the rooftop of that frat house at UCLA, too. That was an inside joke. Tom Kills Jerry says, Henry no dong fong.
Oh, if the shark got me, yeah. Sure.
But also, we blurred it out of the photo.
Oh.
Anyway, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with a little one-player, two-player Family Feud. We'll BRB. Let's go.
I saw something funny.
Oh.
All right, we are back here with Henry Fong live in the studio. Thank you guys again for all the contributions. Chaotic Beat says Henry Long Song Fong. Just rhymes, you know. Tom Kills Jerry said if I didn't have a Steve Harvey mustache, he would riot. I have a mustache. I couldn't make it Steve Harvey in the commercial break.
Please don't.
No. So actually on the first episode of this show, we talked about DJ Daniel, our friend from Gladiator. I don't know if you remember the group Gladiator.
Oh yeah, of course.
He was on Family Feud.
Oh, he was actually on the show?
Yeah, with the cast of
Damn.
Scrubs. He produces their podcast, Zach Braff and Donald Faison. He was actually on the real Family Feud. Well, I was thinking of a game we could play today. I didn't have a lot of options, but somehow in my apartment we have Family Feud late night. You can't really see this. If Jose zooms in on you, I could probably show it. Family Feud late night. See? That didn't really help at all. That's his budget. So we have our little budget scorecard here. We'll show this, and I'll write on this with marker. You won't be able to read any of it, but because we don't have any like families here in the building, you're going to be going up against Evan, one-on-one. There we go. Yeah, see that? He's serious. So I'm going to give you, you're going to have 3 rounds. It's going to be real quick. Okay, the way that you guys are going to do buzzers, you're going to go ding, 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 right? You got to tap on yourself and go ding, 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 okay? And I will see which one of you guys got in first. We're going to play Family Feud rules, right? So there's going to be 5 answers up on the board. Number 1 answer, you guys get to go. If you get 1 wrong, then it goes back to the other person, and then we're going to go. You guys know Family Feud. Anyway, Jose, you can pull up the scoreboard. We're going to do this out of 100 for 3 rounds. Let's see if this works, Twitch.
Let's do this.
The non-Family Feud late night edition. Here we go, guys. First one. Get your buzzers ready. Name something that takes endurance.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
Oh, you got to say ding ding. Okay.
Yes, yeah, okay. Something that takes endurance.
Running.
Running, number 2. That's 30, Jose. 30 for Henry. Running, number 2. Evan. This marker does not work. It is completely dried out.
Doing it.
That is the number 4 out of 5. Sex for 3 points to Evan. Henry, do you
3
want...
points?
Yeah. Henry, do you want to pass or play?
What do you mean?
3 points to Evan. Do you want to play? Do you want to continue to... You want to play.
Yeah, we want to play.
Yeah, okay.
We want to play.
So there's 3 answers left. The second, the first, the third, and the 5th answer. Name something that takes endurance.
Working. It's kind of boring.
That is the number 3. That's 22. So yeah, working out. 52.
Whoa. Right. Working out and running are different?
Yeah.
Come on.
Number 1 answer still on the board, Evan.
And only 3 people are doing it?
Wait, what's the number 1 one then?
Evan, go ahead.
All right. What takes endurance? Talking to Chad.
All right, you're banned. Get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Henry. What we got? Number 1 and number 5 left, Henry.
Triathlon.
Okay.
Evan, go.
If that was right, I would be cheap.
Takes endurance.
Music career. He's fucking right.
Music career is true. The sex one though says.
Right. I don't know.
Did you say sex?
I said doing it first.
Okay. Yeah, sex. That was what you said first. That we already done that one.
So I don't.
Anything else?
I have no other.
All right, cool. The number 1 is yeah. I guess technically it's a marathon.
Triathlon.
Yo, that's.
Yeah. Okay. The number 5 answer, marriage.
Ooh. How many points was marriage though? Like
3. Same as sex. But see, the funny thing is those things are not mutually exclusive. Oh boy. All right, Family Feud off to a great start, guys.
No, we get
Here
it.
we go. Get
I'm
your buzzers
getting washed.
ready. Here, you can clear the board. You can clear the scores, Jose.
Yeah, please.
Henry is up 1-0. We keep the track here. First to 2 wins, but we're still going to do 3 rounds anyway because we got a little bit of time left. Get buzzers ready. Here we go. Name something you ride. Evan.
A car.
Number 3 answer for 10 points for Evan.
God damn.
4 answers left on the board, Henry. Name something you ride.
Bicycle.
That is the number one answer. 50 points. Do you want to play? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you're playing. Give us another one. Name something you ride. Second, fourth, and fifth answers left. Girl Jackie says, you can look at the chat for hints, guys. Also.
Is my
No, he
it's his
won,
turn.
so he gets a...
Oh, I get to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, horse.
That is the number two answer. 22.
I saw Jackie said
72
pony,
points
and I said, okay.
for Henry.
I'm not crazy.
And a firework just went off. I cannot wait for that to completely muddle the sound on all of our streams because we are in the center of fireworks land. MILF says life.
Boats.
You ride life. Boats is not on there.
Come on.
You
I
definitely
know.
ride boats, though.
I know. We got the fourth and fifth answers left. Henry, to win this round.
Ride school bus.
Bus, 5 points. Henry, 77. Evan's getting smoked.
I'm getting.
There's one answer left. It's the fifth answer.
Is
Something
it
you ride.
a wave? Oh, wave. I like that.
Oh, waves.
Roller coaster was the fifth.
Oh,
for
okay. I was
3
going to say
points.
roller coaster.
I think people ride waves more than roller coasters.
All right, we're just gonna do a few more.
Damn,
Why
this
not?
is-
Okay. Up next, because this is quick. We're doing this quick. Here we go. This is where it turns into late night, guys. You know, because it's 16 and up to buy this pack. Name something you do on your knees. First 5 answers up. Ready? Get your buzzers. Go. Name something you do on your knees.
Ding, 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 ding,
Evan.
ding. Pray.
That is the number one answer.
Yes!
39 points.
Shit, that was good.
39 points.
I'm playing.
You're playing. All right, Evan. The 4 remaining. Name something you do on your... I did not see that. He does not disqualify. Name something you do on your knees.
Clean.
Number 2 answer, 31 points.
Dang.
So what is that? 70 points. All right. Gonna need a comeback here. I don't think it's possible, but Henry, go ahead. Name something you do on your knees.
You said clean?
Yeah. Also, 16 plus answers are, you know.
You know, the one.
Oral sex, 4 points. 16 and up, we can talk about this.
The one.
This is
The one?
This is so silly. Could you imagine playing this with your mom and you're like 14? And you're
Someone's
like,
at home.
Mom, why'd you say that? Oh,
That'd be so hard.
oh, gross. Evan, anything else? 2 answers left. Number 3 and 5.
You said kneeling.
Name something you do on your knees.
Protest.
This may have been made before Colin Kaepernick's season. Last chance, Henry, and we'll do 2 more.
Work.
That's kind of like
Sorry.
the one.
Gardening. Number 3 and
hose.
crawling. Crawling.
Touche.
Okay.
Dang.
This one's
Got smoked
good.
on
I won that one.
This one's pretty good, and that one's kind of, I don't like that one. This is, okay, here we go. 2 more.
Protest.
Yeah, protest, that's good. Okay, it's a 2-1 game right now. So,
go.
hey, Evan, if you win
This
these
is
2,
game
you
to
come back.
5.
Here we go. First 5, here we go.
Let's
Get your
go.
buzzers ready. Here we go. Name the worst thing about having people around first thing in the morning.
He's doing it. He doesn't know what the thing is.
He really wants his comeback.
All right.
Evan, do you even know what the question was?
What? Can you repeat the question though?
No.
Can you pronounce the question? Was it, he used the question in the sentence?
That's it. You got 10 seconds.
All right.
Disqualified.
The worst thing about having people over early in the morning is
5.
if they wake
4.
up before you.
Not awake yet is the 4th answer.
Yeah.
That's 6 points, Jose. 6.
You know,
Henry, worst thing about having people around first thing in the morning.
having to eat your food.
No.
The house is
No?
dirty. What?
Worst thing, Henry, worst thing about having people around first thing in the morning. When you wake up, what is the worst thing that a person could bother you with?
Noise?
Number 2 answer, 23 points. Alexa says ultra hype around.
I don't like how this question is phrased.
Yeah, I don't know. This one's
That's why. Well,
Noise is number 2.
they definitely eat your
Worst
food.
thing
That's
about
pretty
people.
bad.
yeah.
Oh, I got a good one.
Whatever
Someone
Henry
has
was gonna
sticky breath.
say.
Huh?
Shit, I don't
5,
know, man.
4. All right, Henry.
They poop in your bathroom.
No, unfortunately not. Not on there.
What else is on there?
We got 3 left. Come on. You have 1 strike left.
When they go in your fridge.
No.
What kind of people are answering these questions?
Number
It's
1.
like, how old are we? Are we 30-year-olds and there's
16
people
and
coming
up.
over? Are we like in the middle school and your friends are sleeping over?
Your partner, your roommate. Last chance. Here we go.
Messes with the air conditioner.
You're not up yet.
Damn, that's
You're out. You got 3 strikes.
Your mom got 3 strikes.
they play music.
And okay, because you already said noise. Talking, number 1 answer.
That's noise.
It's all the same.
Family Feud is this dumb. Have you ever actually watched the show?
Semantics.
We need another one.
They're
Even though I
asking
won, I'll
dumb
take it.
people. They get 100 dumb people and ask them dumb questions.
Is messing with this thermostat on there?
No, bad breath, number 3.
Oh, that person was right.
Yeah,
Wow.
you got to look at the chat. Number 5, grumpy. 3 people.
What's
I
worse than
hate-
when someone poops in your bathroom in the morning and then you have to use the bathroom?
I agree, but you know they didn't ask you. All right, let's do one last one for the culture, even though Henry clearly won. Here we go. Get your buzzers ready, and if you do what Evan did, I'm not reading it again. Here we go. Name something you usually only eat on special occasions.
Ding, ding, ding.
Henry.
Shit. Birthday cake.
Number 1 answer, 28 points. Let's go to Evan. Go.
Okay. Thanksgiving food.
Turkey.
Turkey.
11 points.
Champagne.
We'll say eat on special occasions. We'll give you another chance.
I was about to say, that's a liquid.
Yeah. Eat on special occasions. Number 2, number 3, number 4, and 5 left. Now look at feral hog.
That's a callback.
5 seconds. 5, 4.
Steak.
Number 3 answer. 13 points to
Okay.
Henry,
Wow.
killing it with the one-man family.
Okay.
Evan, number 2 answer still on the board. Number 4.
Wedding cake.
Come on, we already said cake. Go ahead.
But you can have marathon and triathlon.
Come on, dude. You know they ain't gonna specify the kind of cake. Use you 16 and up. Come on. Whale glaze. Whale glaze.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, like,
Whatever the king eats when he drives by. One last try. 5.
grapefruits.
No. Henry, any last one? 5, 4. Baba says ass.
Fruit platter.
Okay, here we go.
Vegetables.
Number 2, lobster.
Oh.
18 points.
Man, I eat lobster on Tuesdays, bro.
Yeah.
Crab, 4 points. Pie, 4. I guess you guys just don't get taken to eat lobster and crab.
Damn, that was
No,
obvious.
I guess your family is shellfish.
In this economy, bro, it would be a special occasion.
We only have time for the surf, not the turf. Or the turf, not the surf, depending on who you are. But hey, Henry, it was a pleasure, dude. Thank you so
Right on,
much.
man. Thank you
That
guys for
just
having
flew
me.
by. That was awesome. Anything else that you wanted to kind of shout out? Thank you guys to the chat again for all the support here. Always having fun. The 140 of you guys watching right now, thank you again. This is awesome. Great contributions. Great conversation. Anything you got coming up? You want to shout out or?
I got some shows coming up. I got a special show. Can't say whose it is, but I will be at the Palladium sometime in July for
Nice.
a special big show.
Dope.
So that'll be a big LA show. And then I'm going to Tokyo end of the month.
What?
Yeah, back in Asia.
You know what? This is like that. That'll be
then-
one of the first shows back in Tokyo.
Yeah. There's only been a couple DJs that went, so I was
Yeah.
stoked when I saw that.
Dope.
Just put out.
Wait, hold on. Just hold that thought. You gonna go visit your whale friend again?
Whale glaze round 2 for the culture.
Dude, honestly, put it on Reels. We want to see it.
I know the place. I can go to the place and I can.
Make sure you just get like a sick pump in, so you get those whale gains. I'm saying he's got to get his whale gains. Anyway, you just put out you have any releases coming up?
Yeah, I got a song coming out this month with Fight Club.
Nice.
And it's like just a vibey Latin house jam.
And this was the one that they followed you around all day to see how you made the
yeah, we actually started that.
the Point Break Sunday that you guys had, or what we did.
So that one's dropping. We sampled this Colombian classic called El Preso.
Nice.
And we just kind of flipped it into a modern version.
Dope.
So if you know Latin music, it's like a super legendary Colombian song. So stoked.
We can't wait to hear it. We will put it on the Fresh Batch Friday playlist when it drops. We're here on Fridays as well, debuting our playlist. You got to get another plug in. Evan, anything you want to shout out before we leave?
Yeah. Shout out to triathlons.
Yeah.
I have a theory about the whale glaze dude. I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Why can't we have it on camera?
Well, okay. He was really plotting on you from the beginning.
It was the build-up. It was the build-up.
He was like, yo, are you down to taste anything?
He's probably like, we're going to get another one tonight.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Gaijin. Baka Gaijin. I love it.
But no, it was a pleasure having you, man.
Yeah, you better actually thank that guy because he gave you a lot of good content and stories going forward. Every podcast, you better include him and his delicatessen. Here we go. We do this every show. We have a musical guest, and it's chosen from our Discord, actually, submitted by people from our Discord, artists and other members of our community. Tonight, we have chosen our musical guest, Schlingline, I hope I'm saying that correctly, and Virus Mafia. I saw Virus Mafia here in the chat. The track is called Strays. Jose, let's pull that up. There it is. And we're going to take a listen now.
Oh, we get to listen to it.
Yeah,
dope.
This is our musical guest. If you guys want to have your music on this show, check it out on Mondays right before we go on. We open it up in our Discord, and we feature your music as a musical guest. So here we go. Strays, Virus Mafia, Shingline. Hope I got that right. All right, thank you guys so much. Thank you. Everyone's saying thank you, Henry. Thank you guys. Be good. We'll see you soon. Take care. Have a good night. Don't eat too much whale glaze. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Got the music playing. There it is. Here we go.
What is your emergency? It's like I go on, boy, like my name was caught. All my black Barbies, they come around alone. It's like I go like I go on.